In Sandland, Akira Toriyama transports fans to a dystopian desert world, starkly defined by severe war scarcity. Governed by a corrupt king who monopolizes this scarce resource, the populace is plunged into despair, setting the stage for a tale of rebellion and adventure. At the core of this narrative is Beelzebub, a demon prince disillusioned with his own realm's disregard for human suffering. Sheriff Rao, a battle-weary veteran with invaluable desert survival skills, and Thief, a clever yet self-serving wanderer whose journey towards altruism is as compelling as it is essential. Akira Toriyama originally conceived Sandland as a short manga series, which he wrote and illustrated for his own enjoyment. Published in 2000, the series quickly captured the interest of fans with its post-apocalyptic desert setting where humans and demons coexist in a world struggling with water scarcity. The narrative centers around Beelzebub, a demon prince, and his adventures with an old sheriff and a former tank driver in search of a legendary water source. The manga's concise storytelling, combined with Toriyama's iconic humor and character design, was initially serialized in Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump and later collected into a single manga volume. Despite its brief run, the series left a lasting impression, leading to its revival in various forms, including an anime series and a video game, which allowed fans to explore its world in more depth. The narrative deepens with revelations about the true identity of the water scarcity, hinting at a conspiracy much larger than mere natural disaster. This introduces a critical turning point, shifting the quest from a search for water to a fight for justice. The climax of the story involves confrontation with both supernatural and human antagonists. The battles are intense, combining tactical ingenuity with raw power, showcasing Toriyama's flair for dramatic and engaging combat sequences. Key revelations about the legendary spring and the king's motives are unveiled, adding layers of intrigue and betrayal to the plot. The myth of the spring serves as both a literal and metaphorical oasis, representing hope and redemption. The most charming bit of the story is easily character development. Beelzebub undergoes significant growth, transitioning from a rebellious prince to a leader with a cause, understanding the complexities of leadership and sacrifice. In contrast, Rao's backstory is explored, revealing his motivations and past traumas that shape his actions. His relationship with Beelzebub is a pivotal element to the story, embodying themes of mentorship and redemption. Throughout Sandland, Toriyama constructs a vividly realized world marked by a sprawling desert landscape segmented into various kingdoms and outposts, each ruled by local warlords or remnants of a fractured government. These dominions showcase a stark contrast in how they manage the precious and scarce resource of water, underlying the severe disparities and conflicts that drive the narrative. Amidst this desolate setting, remnants of advanced technology play a pivotal role, blending old-world machinery like tanks and futuristic innovations such as sophisticated water purification systems. This juxtaposition not only enriches the plot but also emphasizes the thematic tension between survival and power, as these technologies and technological relics become central to the power struggles amongst the factions vying for control over water and, by extension, the populace. Toriyama also interweaves themes of environmentalism and resource ethics, probing the morality of water commodification versus its status as a basic right. Leadership and sacrifice emerges as prominent motifs, explored to the contrasting styles and decisions of the characters, particularly Beelzebub and Rao. Their evolving leadership reflects a broader commentary on tyranny versus benevolence, echoing the central conflict between the oppressive monarchy and the suffering masses. And within this multimedia franchise that rises right after Toriyama's passing, the bittersweet feeling stays, but in a really positive way. The game adaptation by Bandai Namco and the anime series airing on platforms like Hulu and Disney Star Plus are Toriyama's final gift to fans, showcasing his continued influence and the enduring appeal of his creative vision. The game incorporates elements of RPG, vehicle customization, and fast-paced combat, while the anime brings the vibrant world and characters to life, expanding on the original manga content. These adaptations serve as a testament to Toriyama's legacy and also introduce new audiences to his work, blending adventure, whimsy, and a unique take on an extremely interesting story, largely ignored due to the success of his other works. But today, we review Sandland the Game, one of the most underrated experiences of the year, in my opinion. Sandland infuses its gameplay with a dynamic combat system that artfully blends close quarters combat with near seamless transitions to vehicle combat. This dual mode fighting style captures the thrilling essence of navigating a post-apocalyptic desert environment. Players can engage in hand-to-hand combat using a variety of techniques reminiscent of intense action sequences found in the anime, with a simplified movement system reminiscent of platformers like Super Mario Odyssey. The transition to vehicle combat adds a layer of strategic depth. Players can jump into vehicles during skirmishes, and they will most likely stay in that mode during those most battles, turning a typical fight into a high-octane battle. This system allows for a certain flexibility, catering to different playstyles, whether you prefer direct confrontation or engaging from a distance. By tailoring your vehicle to your playstyle and the moment's necessity, the options are considerably abundant. Exploration is enriched by this extensive vehicle customization option that are integral to traversing the expansive open world map. Vehicles are not only modes of transportation but also crucial tools for survival and combat, as I previously mentioned. Players can access a diverse array of vehicle types, ranging from rugged all-terrain vehicles to fast-moving motorcycles, and customize their armor, weaponry, and speed to suit various challenges and enemy types. The ease of switching between combat modes on foot to vehicular enhances the fluidity of the gameplay, making exploration both exhilarating and strategic. This feature ensures that players remain engaged, constantly testing different configurations and tactics to adapt to the ever-changing desert landscape. The open world design is vast and immersive, offering players the freedom to explore, settle camps, farm resources. Settling camps is a strategic element that players can utilize to manage resources, plan their next moves, fortify against enemy attacks. And resource farming is critical as it supplies the necessity of the materials for vehicle upgrades, weapon enhancements, and more. These mechanics encourage players to interact deeply with the environment, making strategic decisions that influence their survival and progression in the game. The AI of enemies significantly enhances the gaming experience by presenting a variety of attack formations and adaptive behaviors that challenges players to continuously strategize and adapt their approach in combat. The diversity in enemy tactics is not just a testament to the game's complex programming, but also enriches the gameplay, making each encounter unique and engaging, and even challenging. Enemies utilize a range of combat strategies that can shift dynamically during battles, reflecting the harsh and predictable conditions of the environment. For instance, smaller, more agile enemies might swarm in large numbers, attempting to overwhelm the player, while larger creatures use more powerful, slower moves that require some quick dodging or use specific vehicles to counter effectively. This variety forces players to master their own combat skills and think critically about the best strategies for different enemy types. Moreover, the game introduces legendary monsters that roam the desert, adding a layer of excitement and peril to the exploration. They are not only formidable foes, but also key to the game's narrative, often guarding essential paths, resources, and locations. The presence of these creatures underscores the importance of continuous upgrades to the player's vehicles and weapons. You should never stop upgrading, you should never stop trying to become better, because you never know when the game will pull the rug under your feet. Continuous upgrades, as I said, are crucial as they ensure readiness for a variety of enemy encounters and preparedness for the evolving challenges posed by both the AI and the harsh desert conditions. This gameplay mechanic emphasizes the importance of resource management and planning, integral to advancing in the game. Players must balance the immediate benefits of upgrades with potential future needs, adding a strategic layer to the resource farming and camp management aspects of the game. The title also incorporates stealth gameplay that is very reminiscent of Metal Gear, offering players strategic options to avoid direct combat or gain advantages by sneaking up on enemies on certain moments. These stealth mechanics add a layer of depth and variety, allowing for multiple approaches to gameplay that cater to different player preferences. On other moments, there are some indoor exploration that may resemble games like Nier Automata in 2D sequences. Additionally, the game's soundtrack may draw also certain extent inspiration from Nier, noted from the haunting and atmospheric compositions. This influence is evident in the exploration segments, where music and sound cues play a pivotal role in building a captivating and sometimes eerie desert environment, enhancing the exploration and mysterious feel of the game. The soundtrack itself stands out as one of the most compelling elements of the game for me, significantly enhancing the immersiveness and the experience in general of what it offers. Crafted to evoke the desolate and expansive nature of the game's setting, the music layers haunting melodies with robust, dynamic rhythms that respond to the game's intensity. This meticulous sound design not only complements the visual aesthetics, but also deepens the emotional impact of key narrative moments, echoing the game's themes of desolation, survival, and strife. Sandland captivates players with its visually striking design, naturally deeply inspired by the distinctive artistic flair of Akira Toriyama. The game translates Toriyama's renowned style into its digital landscape, featuring vibrant, detailed environments that blend the fantastical elements of his work with the gritty realism of a post-apocalyptic world. Character designs retain Toriyama's signature approach, with expressive features and dynamic poses that bring each character to life in vivid detail. This art style pays homage to Toriyama's legacy, but also ensures that every frame of the game is visually engaging and rich with color and texture. The graphical quality is particularly noteworthy in the PlayStation 5, where the game's performance is optimized to take full advantage of the console's capabilities. The PS5's powerful hardware allows for higher resolution textures and more complex lighting effects, which are pivotal in creating the immersive environments of the game. The enhanced performance on PS5 ensures that these visual elements are displayed with stunning clarity, making a 4K display the ideal choice to experience the game's artistic nuances. The high-definition visuals on a 4K screen sharpen the detail of the environment and characters and enhances the overall sensory experience, making these desolate yet beautiful landscapes even more compelling and colorful. While it offers a visually stunning and immersive gameplay experience, especially on high-end consoles, it is not without some technical imperfections. Occasional glitches on the faces of the characters and issues with the character movements still do occur. These issues sometimes affect the fluidity of the experience, particularly during casual dialogue sequences. The character movement system, although generally smooth, has been noted for its simplicity and repetitiveness, which can detect from the depth expected in story sections. Sandland admirably translates Akira Toriyama's creative vision into a compelling interactive experience, blending rich narrative depth with robust gameplay mechanics. Despite having areas needing polish, the game distinguishes itself with a unique blend of tactical combat and exploration that captures the essence of its source material. Its visual and auditory presentation enriches the experience, making it a must-play experience for both fans of Toriyama and newcomers seeking an engaging story set within a vividly realized world. As such, Sandland concludes Toriyama's legacy with an extremely remarkable experience.